say openi ba ko a Kofi Apelu wono e na ato bi e de ama Kofi Apelu e kire say NDC for efa framantamu for say wo mo de abato nkwa no beto ne mompuntuo pa de wono mama abon se ne Johnson aba akoko
esem we ni afoforo pie di tie na wigiran yi yabo no se kase bo a yade ebesomone no mienu na bete enka kase bo imu onipa nua Kwame Adumata mene
akoda nyame
afi mum ye gibre na yenko yensem no mu a doctor fo a wo mo ye adwuma ewo eye konfano chaba ya sabia wo mo ewo banguro ahodo a yede am mo ho no mo tie tete no efra no bonguro na wo mo bonguro mo tie no mo ho a no mo nya nkrata efiri eye asante mantemu ha omo coordinating center so mo mra na enumanu ya no wo mo nyi wo mo ne am free for officer wo mo bibi a wo no mo ebe ye wo ho asem yi ka obi ma a doctor fo no ye sese de eso mo kope edan fise na wotwepe ene ade ba wo mo amasa asem no ha wo madwenti no ene wo mo koje yarehwe ene akwada nyame ni si ha yi ebo nkomo wo mo koye no se na wo mo ne akwada e kan akwada ye nkoye
de sema ene na wote itri men Gambia number 2 namba na yen ya mba mu chana na so mo shene sene ne samra kama pa mi sole ni fili mo ba Gambia ba me cha drop na be sim ni no na pa passenger ana no pa passenger na ka ni nyama na mi cha ba ko fra de so mani ya ma le bi ya so ma ko flat mo nya ji ne he hono de ya de a sabi wa ba na so le njinam an hwem bo ya ni pa no yi na me ma ka sa ba na kan na ni pa no yi. They say doctor for flat. Obi always say they never do her. One other than the only one than the honor the idea a high cat.
Remember the Usiba, any case that was saying, no,
oh, because he comes in the end, say, no checking in a very never keep on 120. I'm the baby. And then also the phone the Indian car, let me make a thing again, but Nanka may bother check here. I hear. Baby and pum then akedi anasi
so bad
almost memla and oh the date 27 April and almost sama and no class sometimes for do body but that have bosun mu and no chapter na nam be no koy ya sanso memla mfa be duru ya almost na ma ko slan we are messing for just some time for the body. Kasi kana na me yisu aba ni ni bi just some time for the sraba no so le nyam on hwe dia for na MY anasi
doctor bi ya e de no maka acho o mo se doctors ne ma nti wo ma edit na o mo ko yenko to mam na ma edit bi na otwemi no obi a ne ne date e de ama baby you free about the power no have any level no how they say they are brave sima so ahumachi ma fa me sika kakra de abaha na yen sa ahwe bi say you how pa kese ti dey na o ka chire pen e ka ja say pen bo no yes o ma ada Roma die kwan so mbe fa so doctors no o mbe yi o ma yetimi aba adwuma ma yes e ho atoye no an ye hwehwe
no yabame baha anopa 6 o'clock na no ha
na wo ne yensanchuro ni abrante pai ebo nkomo yenko yakwada
yo ECG adwumakuo no de abetudwa kire se wonom ebedundum enkanea anopa be se nonso anwumre nonso akwa akopie mu anwumre eduba ko na 7 pm to anajo 11 pm na sekwakoba sa de omo ka de acha Ghana for se momo nchere omo sen emfa nwu ECG for so esan se so ho mayi mu a eho abenya so benya transformer be 630 de aka na eho dadaro na no atimi aboa ama enyina modern kania no atimi agina na so senti omo kasa nyina se na nsen kania hyase edundum kakra aka na enso penno no yakasamafo de ma ECG adwumakuo no ewra lela ebubaka de atudwa kire se enye se boa paye enema bi na na enkoye me no kasa wono matimi asie esiesie enti na nkrofo kasa nka yemfa low shedding emra na afeso yefa sa timetable no so emeta ato sebe ya yedum mpata mu nkane ya betimi anwusa ampa ebre edusi yedum no se kobasa na ta som ne Ghana for enu ni yi ebre enu so mdi tu sa na mo no na mmom eye se kobasa de a ene Ghana for enyintum se ehu behia so bia ne ma betimi akwa atwede ne nso ebasa wo mo de a chope mu odu e de ma Ghana for no mo nya adwo se na be betimi asom wo mo sompa
Silver 98.3
FM. My friend me say, "Anything na your light ne doom 8 o'clock. No, anything my light ne doom." And I'm saying no. Aside from generational issues na yenya in the past few weeks, no, we also realized that we're getting quite a number of calls from our customers say, "Omo light echo off, now about on, echo off, and now about on." And some of these things we realized were as a result of general, normal electrical faults, not generational faults. And the management a meeting in our Ebeda say, I realize say most of our transformers in our operational areas are actually up to capacity. So we need to quickly inject more transformers in these areas. And sometimes when these transformers are overloaded, they go off, and it takes our staff going there to go and fix it. Metadome last week, a bit you fear not like me do me, so none of you say be crown AC into me fair because we say low voltage areas no, that is residential power na using they do sana office no move a job from mobile and almost say a more transformer and alcohol off mo side no into ye be ni into no nti do it to just say light do ma instantly no men dream say because the ubuso be say and then they do so omufi say a load shedding and no na ye pese ye ma nkofo etiase
wei nkitaudi eba fotene e de ma ECG adwumakuo no Ewura Leila Abubakar na yete ne nka no
na abusuafo se sade ye kan eniema bebre ewo oman mu a eka ho biama ye kasa yi anyem nkane na no aye de pa nche na ECG boss wodi ekotu dwa na o chese sese de owura Samuel Dubik Mahama Sam na mekan omuguso aye maintenance bi ho adwuma ne no na aka ho bia mankane ne yesa sa asem no nyesa na te eni na freedom kuma no afa eba e omrahye bedwam ranking member de ma energy e wo omrahye bedwam owura George Napo odi betu dwa se sika be se aye 500 million Ghana cedis bi wo ho a ye hu ba bi afa se sika no kra no ebe shemu ebetimi aboa ma dwuma no sade omusi eye wo musi kasam no mankane ani gina so no atumi ayesa John Napo na kan nsem kiremu yentie ne nsem no odi tu dwa no.
It's been almost a year now and we've been monitoring it. And I can confidently, but sadly, confirm to you that the current load shedding we are experiencing is not technical, it is financial. It's due to mismanagement, it's due to gross abuse of the cash waterfall mechanism and misapplication of the funds. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go to page 1 of the report, and I'll show to you, the total amount of 820 million was received. 820 million. Indeed, government is supposed to top up an amount of 200 million, and you can see it here. Ministry of Finance top up. The Ministry of Finance is expected to release an amount of 200 million to add to the 800 million, so that you will have about 1 billion cedis for disbursement. Of this disbursement, what they call Category A, which is the IPPs, they are supposed to receive 500 million. Then the other 300 million, as you can see in the document, is shared amongst the rest. Then the Ministry of Finance pays the 200.
Abu Jinapo, ono na wote se ocheche semu se dia koduro no enu ntina ama se Ghana yadaso edaso mui.
Yadaso Jinapo for no ne kwani nua Samuel Abdullah Jinapo ho. Wono do MPP no yesoafo a wono ehwen sase ene oba ade bobre so na enu adokopie mu ewo mrahye bedwafie na asamo na omubobo hu di ho enkontabuo no kyerɛ sɛ aban no ayɛ n'adwene sɛ nsase a ɔmanfo ɛfom bɛn ɛyɛ ɔman no nsase no ɛho bɛhia sɛ ɔmode ankorankora bi ɛbɛtumi awuram na ɛno atumi aboa no ɔmagye saa nsase no ɛde ama ɔman no ɛno anam so ama mpanimfoɔ de atodwo ɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔmode adwumakuo bi ɛfɛn sɛ Anok Holding Limited saafo yi ɛna ɛbɛsi gyinaeɛ na aban sase a ɔmanfoɔ bi ɛfom fa no wɔnom atumi agye ɛde ama wɔn na ɛbɛrɛ kɔpie mu ɔmrahyɛ dwadwafo na ɔmode tudwa ɛkyerɛ sɛ Anok Holding Limited etimi gye nsase no am wɔha mu nkyɛmu bɛsɛ dunum 50% ɛna wɔn de bɛmo wɔn sɛ compensation na kyɛsɛ no ɛna yɛdi etu wɔn ka na ɛbɛrɛ nsɛm kɔpie mu mrahyɛ dwadwafie no ɛsoafo no ɛna ɛwɔ Northton abatɔn pɛsua so wɔnunyanfo Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa ɛde atodwa ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ne nwanwa paa sɛ ɛbrɛ wɛsɛ mu aban etu saa na mo no na ɔne no ɛnya agye esan sɛ yɛwɔ mpanimfo wɔ mayi mu yɛwɔ soafo no ɛna hwɛ efisɛm soɔ yɛwɔ soafo hwɛ bambɔ nsɛm soɔ yɛwɔ national security ne ɔbambɔ adwumayɛfo apolisifoɔ nyina ɛka ho bi saafo no adwuma ne sɛ ɔmɛhwɛ na ɔmanage pade a yɛwɔ no yɛtimi abɔ ho bae ɛnu nti saa akuku danwei na sɛ ɔmo ntimi ɛmmɔ ɔmanage pade ho bae ɛnyi ɛnsi hɔ na sɛ yɛde ankorankora ɛna ɛbɛgye agyapadeɛ na yɛdi mu wɔ ha mu nkyɛmu bɛsɛ dunum ɛde atu ɔnkade a ɛne na ɔman no Ghana no yɛkɔyɛ anaasɛ yɛbaayɛ ɛbrɛ ru Akudzeto Ablakwa ne nsɛntwerɛfo ɛdi nkɔmmɔ no wɔde atodwo ɛkyerɛ sɛ kɔkɔba saa deɛ a ɛne na Akufo-Addo aban no sabe wɔayɛ n'adwene sɛ wɔfiri aban mu nti ɛna ɔman no agyapadeɛ no ɔsɛe no.
I've really been struggling to find out within me the rationale for this arrangement. Have we become such a failed state that with the entire national security apparatus, Ministry of the Interior, Ministry of Defense, National Security, Police, and all of that, we can't protest state lands, and we now have to engage a private entity to be protecting lands for us? I mean, then we should close down state institutions. I really can't believe this. I mean, Mr. Speaker, in all of this arrangement, no value for money. The minister himself admits that there was no PPA approval, if you look at page 48. And they had to later go for PPA approval, and PPA said they should go and reduce it from 25% to 15%. Financial loss to the state. So, Mr. Speaker, what is going on? Can't the state security apparatus do this work? Do we need private entities to come and remind us of how failed the state has become?
Wojina mu ema adehia ewo Northton no wieye no ena so afọ hwe nsase ena oba ade bobre so eye owura Samuel Abu Jinapo ede atudwa kyerɛ sɛ enkrofo ka sɛ Anok Holding Limited no wɔn langas for ɔse da binye no kre wɔn enye langas for semrahye bidwafo ne MPP for ɛwɔ adanse a kyerɛ saafo no langas for mfamra betudwa na afa kura so no sa Anok Limited no afa na mpanimfo no mo tra sɛ esi gyina eninti wɔn mo fa adwuma no kura nhyɛ mo nsase with
the greatest of respect, again, I think my honorable colleague is misconstrued or misinterpreted the act he just read. The Speaker, the act he read clearly on the face of it is an act of parliament which criminalizes land guardism, if you want, land guards and vigilante groups and all of that. Mr. Speaker, Anok Company Limited is not a vigilante group. It's not a land guard group. Mr. Speaker, they do not employ the services of land guards. They do not employ the service of land. They are not a vigilante. Mr. Speaker, and if the honourable member or anybody had evidence or had reason to believe that this company employs the service of land guards and vigilante groups, I think the right thing is to report it to the police for them to be dealt with, because that is a criminal act. So, Mr. Speaker, let me just assure this House that the company is not a vigilante, is not a land guard. I will never be party to such an understanding or arrangement. So I think this act doesn't apply to the situation we are dealing with.
So far, we share say eno ba de bobre so Samuel Abu Jinapo we anu yi a na wode man of Tom Rashid Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa.
na kani mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi atudwa wo kyese mampanyi abedi akire Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ono ne tu franka man pipi amanyuko ni tu hwemu a sese kani mampanyi ane mampanyi abedi akire wo ho sese na omukosi akan no na Ghana de ya NDC ana anya NDC ya MPP eti sese akansie no mu no a na o mafrase a nayi wo mo ka ensema hodo ya wo mo de atudwa yi ana mampanyi abedi akire kire se o kani mampanyi abedi akire wo de akotudwa se yi Levi no betwam ana kani mampanyi His Excellency Sidabi ani wo betipase etwam a ene ya esese omi etwam a sakura wa be mampanyi.
The problem. The import duty is normally not much the problem. The import duty is normally 10%, except for luxury goods. Luxury goods is about 20-something%. The problem is the additional levies. There are so many levies. Yesterday, my regional chairman was showing me a list of a container that somebody had cleared. And you just had import duty, value-added tax, get fund, NHIL. But after that, the total list was about 19. COVID levy, special import levy, what and what levy. And the unfortunate thing is, these are the people who told us we're going from taxation to production. From taxation to production. But in the history of this country, they've levied more taxes than any other government in history. And it leads to credibility problems, not only for them, but also for us. Because I go to many places and people say, but you politicians, before you get power, you tell us this, then when you come, you do something different. And so, I don't know, the driver and his driver's mates, if they are listening, if you are listening, don't wait till you come to office. They say when they come, they'll take e-levy, emissions levy, betting levy, they'll take them all. Why wait till you come? You can do it now. Because the people are complaining that the taxes are too many. A businessman came to me and said, look, their businesses are struggling because of the taxes. And Ghana Revenue Authority is on their necks every minute with audits. And so I assured him that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come and dismantle those taxes immediately. But we will rationalize them. We will make sure that...
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and our day SME to Jalinano, I building Ghana town Ugusu de no, and our day Muamon your baby etujay.
Yo, Kofa Baye, Edema Amanyuku, Liberal Party of Ghana, LPG, Yera Kufia Pelu. Now, no Akasa, or your Framantamini, Netos or Yangreni, a Honomana Wufiri. Na ene de lavisi ene no ebo nkomo na enkomo bonumu ene obusa ne say esa se wo firi anwona memu ne de na esesa anwona memu puntu na esesa obusa ne ho asem wo busa ne sesa wo kwa anwona memu a ana so kro Framantam na voter region ho no mo a say ene no mesiti say kasa ene osimi no de tu ye kire say oh ene ma papa bi ene ho no ma ekoso na enso say nkomo nkom papa de a esesa NDC abai ene esesa oye mpuntuo ede ma ade hye a wo Framantam Nenso ekame ese mpuntu abonse ne ejonso aba akoko oru akofi apelu kire se kokko ba se Framantam fo to aba edema NDC fo am na omu hia eyom kokromuti eno ene omu hia se du se beto aba de am ensemo ede esikire ene wo ene NDC fo eka ede kire wo mo nenso so mo to aba no ede mo omu wi am ade efe no mpuntu pa de na NDC fo adwane ede afiri hom na no de afutu emo mo se ebredu so mo transe esisi hu se ye to aba ede pe emfaso na koba so beto aba na wunya amfaso bia emfa mfiri so dia ene na ehu hia so beto aba ede ama ona sabe woto aba ede ma wo mo wo se NDC fo asisu Framantam fo pa eti ebre edu se won esa wo mo nsa na mo pa aba ya wo betimi abom no aprimpuntuo ene yedi ede ama wo mo oru akofi apelu ene lavisi ekasa ne sei ena wo chiri
NDC party na ewo wasa eye ninianom ene mbapam ne toba ma wo mo se anwafo enka ho a NDC party be ni bebia anwafo de toba ne ma NDC fo wo bebia even Ashanti region se hu se NDC fo nyama ma bebebi e wa Ashanti region anwafo e wo mu be 60% okọ offense no e wa anwafo bebebi o botem ho no mo to bo ma NDC oba asanwase e wa anwafo bebebi o okọ jombonso yes se afran play useni don ko na mo ya anwani oba baby they say ofurikrum okwaje so on say what town all my friend am e ya ngona phone call no the vote no mo pay vote to papa say ye to about my omo pa ngona vote but I say vote to nya omo emom e duru say omo yi running mate no and dey awani edidi ni so be afede how are ready pa so be bakiti na you know the fit as who mind no naka what deep running mate no but omo farmer ni akasa me ni tamaklo no e ready onya okay.
Silver 98.3 FM.
Wei eye kofa baye edema amanyukuo Liberal Party of Ghana Yewura Kofi Akpaloo.
Na yefri Owura Kofi Akpaloo nsemi so ne yanko foforo so e. Na mampanyi na nado danko Akufo-Addo abodin ayi asoafo ani abedi akire bi na ba ko a eba mu ayi asoafo a abedi akire wono na sese de nyame ya dom na vetting committee no ginu tum wan sem wo kafa no wi wo mu nyina ginu tum na bibia ekoyi ana Owura yi sese obaye osoafo a obehwe nsase enafe obade ne ma hodo a wode amayemu ononyafo Akwasi Konadu ono no manfo wo manhia anafo fam wono esi wo mu anamu wo mrahye bedwam na wohwe se Owura no wonamu wiase nyina mpanyimfo wono omo ye adwuma wo mrahye bedwam no obia nim se Owura no wonim de na bibia de behye ne nsa bia otena se ya no onumnyafo aye Jo Osaiwusu wono na ye chairman de ma committee ka so Owura wodi ade ma wo gidie ne awrehwemu wo so betimi aye no waye ne yie na nemo futuo kakra na mde ma wo sasa wokọ a ummanfo a wonu wo mo wa abato mpasua no so a wo mo to abama wo no no mo soso wakai wo mo kakra owie ya na onumnyafo ranking member wo ho onumnyafo Ama Kofi a o se a krachi we die wo bia ntumi nka ne ho asembo ne bia o safata na adwuma no onim so obetimi ya nemo onkoye no onye no soronko na anya bibia anya kama omo asoafo akohye na sen na dwumadi no omudie na nkoyie enam se Owura yi eda esuba padi ewa monyoku a wo mu ni ba bi owo nti no okọ no enye ono nko a na koye MC eye waterfall abato mpasua no so na se performance kropo ni mu Lord Inusa ono ekoja no na fa amanse South onumonyafo kwampoko e friend CDI ahai Mrs CDI CID Bantama aya jomtrani de mapepe amanyoko no na fa mention ene nananom ahefo ahodo bi ofia sentiment ma ekokoja Owura no na abasobo ena aya committee no de ma ne so wo twen se obekọ akoya adwuma pa na nam se na one hu ni asemunti wo mo kọ asetena no don hwere ba kompo enu ena omu wie ni dwumadie no
na NDC amanyoko no kire se ehunahunu ehumprenu emfimpi mienu ene aduenu 2020 no MP before the fa won kon ho no de fa won kon ho a na eyenwiemu om ne abato commission kabo mu omunum ewi a wo mu enti omo atrase ehun se wonom edi drones ene nambra ye to aba no a ebebo mo pa amaketa che dwumdie ne kankan ye koso ewa abato mu no etimi afiri honom wonom de wiemu hyen eye nketo no bi elupre nketo no wonom de be ne nam monten so ba bi eto aba no na se kululu bi ekoso a wonom etimi ehunu na no ena yisi edi atodwa kire ye wo mra ebata abato ho enti se ne NDC for chese wonom ede drone eba be ne na monten so a na chese emra ye de eto aba no eno pese mutieti aso we enanam so matwetwe fo abedi akire eye Owura Mustafa Gbande ede atodwa kire wonom anim hyehye enemra ebata abato ntinye sesa adro no mo ede ba no wonom ede ba besa abato adwumadie no na emom womo de ebo abato no ba se na betimi aboa ama asundie ne pepepe abasei ena Mustafa Gbande akire mu.
My assurance to the Electoral Commission is that drone strategy of the Greater Accra region will not include the voting parameter, the polling station parameters, where nobody is supposed to, walk or move within where you have covered election before. When you go to a voting center or a polling station, there is a certain parameter that is cordon that no one is supposed to move. The purposes of having that parameter is for the safety of the voter and then the assurance of secrecy of the voting process. They can be rest assured that it will not affect the parameters of voting. But beyond that, we can even monitor when people are moving election materials. We were in this country in 2024 when they printed SS ballot boxes, ballot paper. We knew that. And so if we intend to monitor even EC's activity going into 2024 to ensure that nobody move fake materials into any area for the purposes of rigging an election. We believe that is our strategy. It doesn't flout any law. There was printing of excess ballot papers. We know that, and they know that.
Communication director Edema MPP Emmanuel Ura Richard Ahiaba enso so ede emuaye ede bre NDC for HSA entokwafuno wa na ato ne akeka.
I don't know what to think of it, but it's not a refreshing view. The NDC are participants like other political parties in the exercise that is being refereed by the EC. And what they are saying is that they are going to bring their own referee to the game. I don't think that is a smart idea.
Silver, 98.3
drones are being
FM.
used in this country to deliver medical assistance, medicines to people to save lives. And the only way they find drones to use is to monitor elections. I think that they should relax on that. The EC is capable, and they shouldn't duplicate the efforts. And I think that they may be too exceedingly evasive in that exercise because nobody can tell what the drones would see. The drones may have the capacity to monitor and be able to see people in the polling booth, maybe what choices they are making. I think that is too evasive.
We Penny Awane Amansan Edin Komo Edema MPP Emmanuel Kono Richard Ahiagba.
Na officers mienu a wo de China phobia ya bo am kwadu e wa Accra Circuit Court na che se esa wine shwan wono waka ho ye do mu ko ensawam na che se opanyi ba ko Joseph FM ena Sergeant Isaac Boatin Bonsu ena wo mu kwa na wo che se China ni a wo de ni koi wo si hotel Santa wo de no koma na yire se wo ko ye no mu wura mu na nkrofo no so fa ba akire wo ba ko ayi ho a wo mu tisi ye na pam wo bu dwane ye na enka nkrofo no ya ba kasa ni ehu hwi na ye nya na asem no ye do mu ko gina ye circuit court no nkura no obuka se asem no ye de ka kire mu nyina nya de so wo mu di hu fo eno na owura yire afia usu apia ede etudwa wo chese sesei court no ono mami etinadwom no sese wodi bail eto wo muti so no omo bail na sesei nyame ayi adoma epo bosome ne da to so nkro no omo san enfo omo emra biem na sam no ayawra hosampa omo hye asenie na se February bosome ne da to so nso enom chese sa cha na fo yi yedu onu mu kwa no yedu so omo yare enfo nkokolibu enom do omo fa ba bia sesei yeso sampanyifo emuti asem no guso den a omo ka ho asem
Emebunu ni adehia ewo boshen abato mpesua so ewo Kumasi Kropon dwa ni mu ewo asate mantamase ya na akere wonse ede agu wonum assembly member kane no na wo boshen electoral area Owura Frank C Boaten so ni nyina ne se ena no da wo mokoto assembly man afo aba no papa edi ntwo wa reporto na nso so wo wiye no na esese enwuma hodo a na ewo sa mpesua no so na oman no ede bobra na esese onum ejemu na wo de ma assembly man afofora wa ba na nso Owura Frank C Boate akwa ye twema mentwe a enya ade se ogemu edemom titru pa eyom park ba akwa mo boso bodo a yaba be astotafu bi ede ama no mo kire se papa na topunu mu no ode safo agu no boto no ode nam no di yi akye edi so pese okobo bolo agi so okọ honom ena wakwa akwaji safo ano na ne ye omo ye mpoku an se omo bo mo so mba be bolo abehu ano na enkrofobia ba so mba ye o park no so mo bisa se sa park ne ye se de be ye ana se ye se de ba be bolo empo so okobo bolo asika wa mo gye no esika emodu pa no mo ka che Owura Frank C Boaten se kotokohene enebu ne bebi se wobu abrewana na wote adoma komansem ti se wanyi na no na wo antwe ne ho amfri sa park ne so a wonom ene no edibesi ani pa
na yenyanye asike fono na yo kokoko bia mboso bo ewie ye no ikuhu assembly man na wo so ye honorable Frank C Boaten amane chemaye amane chemaye dia udo bonsi eno de kincheska ifi yemu kitse kupata ukoni amate dia enye utese okobono na dia ko kwa kuba endi utieska kana
na utiama the cat the na me the utiama na honorable boy to wa
Silver 98.3 FM
interest kana e honorable no ho
Frank Sibo to tune komo pi but I hand over mama na kodru park na dey ontumi nye hand over as now kachen se bibia ni a enko submetru ani kele na penifo wonchichi mubia awani be yini no kwe ni metu ho anamo akọ ne penifo di nkomo penifo so mbobo zongo development fund penifo amanye no mamba na we form committee mo form committee a you meeting abekasa committee no ho afeche no mabona betinde so be we be botu
Silver 98.3 FM
en kwe mebu ni medi nkomo pi mefa sika omutua no ho se wosoro to da no mo complain di le chemi tendia dem say penifo mu le park no na de ne magu akwam le di omu nim sika omu so omu
ebusuafo wei assembly member Emma Adeshia ewo Boshen electoral area owura Emmanuel Fusu Frimpong na ono so edi wi etudwa
kase no asi osemfo ya Dominic Kwakubu ate ahwene abapa boy ya chidomo ne nana ya ena omo boy dwuma MCR here solo ena fe Gabi ena Junior mo amu ho nyina ena Justice mu nyina ya mamu ni adwuma sports to aso ya de kase ebra mu nipa nu akwa me adumata mene
akodenya me
Enianum ni adafunu me Tell you, sir,